But they say the guy wasn't nuts. There's something just not adding up here. Something smells. Something just doesn't add up. I don't know. It's like something possessed this guy. I think there's a spiritual component here somehow. They talk about radicalization. Maybe he got radicalized by Satan's devils. People can be influenced. You ever look at somebody and they don't look right in the eyes, and you say there's something behind there that doesn't look good? I always say that's a bad spirit. I'm leaning towards that direction, that something got a hold of him. I don't know if he was playing Dungeons and Dragons and did some voodoo, or somebody put a hex on him or something. I don't know. I have no idea. ISIS did take responsibility, and 2 or 3 times come out and said that, I don't know. I mean, it would be horrible that they did something like that, but there's just no trace. Even though, ironically, there's a huge ISIS presence in the Philippines. But they say they just cannot trace it electronically. They can't, anybody that he knew that came into contact with them, money, anything like that, got into their hands or even close to it, other than this girl, and that's it. Yeah, nobody else knows. Iran's back at it again, and not a surprise. Iran implied that they would strike the United States military base if President Donald Trump took steps to expand sanctions on the country. And Iran, they go on and says, we're going to treat the U.S. military members as if they were ISIS. This is the mullahs. We're going to treat the U.S. military members as if they were ISIS and threaten U.S. military bases within reach of their missiles and their capabilities if Donald Trump should heighten sanctions against the country. Do you think that Donald Trump is right to put more sanctions on Iran as being the world's most leader in sponsored terrorism and aiding North Korea in technology? They are working together, hand in hand. They're already disrespecting our military. You've seen what our military hands up and all that stuff on the naval ships, buzzing our planes, cat and dog games. But they are pursuing their nuclear ambitions, and they are not allowing the IAEA inspectors in to look at what they're doing over there. They have already broken the agreement, this failed agreement that Barack Obama and John Kerry put together, that they have broken it. And I'm afraid between North Korea and Iran, both of them going off at the same time, that's going to spread us dangerously thin. We definitely need our allies in the worst ways to put together some kind of contingency plan, military plan that moves our ships into proper positions and places, because we could have multiple wars going on at the same time. Scary thought. Trump has threatened to de-ratify the Iran deal implemented by, yes, Barack Obama. This wouldn't pull the U.S. out of the deal immediately, but would force Congress to decide whether to impose sanctions on the country within 60 days. Trump's mulling it over. And mulling over declaring Iran's security force, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, a terrorist organization themselves. While some individuals in the entity have already declared terrorists by U.S. agencies. This would apply to the entire body. So what is Iran threatening? They are threatening that they will strike our bases. The commander of the IRGC responded saying, if the news is correct about the stupidity of the American government in considering the Revolutionary Guards a terrorist group, then the Revolutionary Guards will consider the American army to be Islamic states all around the world. American army to be like the Islamic State. He added that the U.S. would need to move their military bases beyond Iran's missile capabilities, implying that they would be under threat of attack. So, folks, this is the this is the rhetoric now ratcheting up there as Kim Jong-un is ratcheting up his, and they are dancing to the same drum. They want the same things. They treat their people harshly. The problem is Iran has given Kim Jong-un the ability that they have now with the technology that they have, and they're sharing these plans back and forth, and they do have direct lines with each other. And as I have told you for the last several months, they have been watching all of this play out to see how America would react to these launches. John Bolton, who is the former UN ambassador to the UN, was on today earlier on Fox News and said that he did not see any type of real military buildup or escalation as if there's something imminently going to go on. And he doesn't see exactly if there is an ICBM getting ready to be launched. But he says, who can tell with Kim Jong-un, because these things have military dates. Certain dates have more significance. Nobody knows. But the Pentagon has said that they see something readying in their intelligence, and Bolton disagrees, saying that their intelligence coming out of North Korea is not pretty reliable these days. They can't rely on too much. So I don't put anything past Un, but I know Iran's watching, and they're threatening us now, so that's cute. We got to deal with two of these folks, but Iran, I knew, would start acting up very, very quickly, and because of the very fact they were very, very comfortable under Barack Obama, and so was a lot of other countries. But you get people to actually check out the deals to see if they're actually abiding, actually making sure that they abide by the promises made after Barack Obama gave them so much cash, and we're going to find out that the cash is starting to build more weapons on top of more weapons and giving the terrorists more deadly weapons as well. And what happens when that technology is sold to other rogue states? And that's the major concern, ladies and gentlemen, with experts that study this stuff for a living, that advise the president. That's the main concern, is that technology, whether they launch it or they give it to somebody else that would launch it, such as ISIS. And believe me, if they got their hands on stuff like this, they would launch it. There would be no doubt about it. And Rocket Man would definitely not seem cute. We're on the story, we're watching it, we're monitoring it, but there does seem to be some type of launch that will be imminent shortly. Where it goes in the Pacific, we don't know, but North Korea says that they will continue pursuing their program.
Can you survive this thing called life? We're for the people, for the people, for the people, for the people is there.
It's unlike anything you've ever been through in your life, man. I was driving. This kid threw a grenade at us and went right over our vehicle. It was 12 years old.
The shockwave went through my head, rattled up my brain, and left.
Danger is around you 360 degrees at all times, and you can't unlearn that.
It's impossible to describe the sacrifices these men and women have made to protect our freedoms. And the job of rebuilding their lives is massive and growing every day. Many will need the programs offered by the Wounded Warrior Project for years to come.
I didn't know what PTSD was. All I knew was I was having nightmares. And when I got released, my reintegration was go check in at the VA, man.
My first coping mechanism was use drugs. Just numb it, don't feel anything.
I was angry. I'm trying to pull myself out of that right now.
Your gift today of $19 per month will honor and empower these veterans so they can aid and assist each other.
The Wounded Warrior Project is a life raft.
I can say this without question that I wouldn't be here today if it weren't for it.
Wounded Warrior Project is the first step, getting back out into the world and reforming yourself outside of the service.
Call or go online with a pledge of $19 a month. You'll receive this Wounded Warrior Project blanket, and your gift will provide critically needed programs that rebuild lives.
That was my first feeling of actually being a part of something bigger than myself again.
Well, I lost a few really close friends overseas, and if I quit, I'm going to let them down, and I'm not about to do that.
I'm learning to face my fears head on. To trust and see what happens at the end.
It's a long process, but I had the drive and desire.
Please, call or go online with your gift right now.
For the people is there.
Introducing the official For the People coffee mug, patriotic as can be, in featuring the colorful red, white, and blue For the People logo with Keith Allen on a ceramic 11-ounce coffee mug, perfect for any beverage of your choice. This mug is a great reminder of what we stand for: God, country, and family, with conservative values and good old-fashioned common sense. To order your For the People coffee mug, pay just $20 plus $3.99 shipping and handling at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com.
Hi, this is Kelsey Grammer. When military service members head into battle, none are expected to face the enemy alone, but many return home and become isolated as they struggle with the visible and invisible wounds of war. It can be difficult knowing how to overcome that challenge and rekindle bonds similar to those formed in the military. Wounded Warrior Project supports these injured veterans through their recoveries by connecting them with fellow warriors and their communities. No one should fight this battle alone. Join us at woundedwarriorproject.org.
With all the choices out there to enjoy some entertainment, wouldn't it just be nice to have something that didn't cost an arm or a leg? I found something that does just that. It's called 123 Ready TV. It's one of the most remarkable apps available to start watching all of those movies and TV shows for one incredible price, just $19.99. And that's a one-time only price. Recap: all your movies, current and classic, and sports and news, and so much more. So cut the cable and stop spending money at the movies when you can truly have it all at your fingertips. No commercials, just all the entertainment you desire. 123 Ready TV is available for Windows and all Android devices. Get your 123 Ready TV for just $19.99 at forthepeopleshow.com. That's forthepeopleshow.com. Just click on the store page to get yours now and start enjoying entertainment the way it was supposed to be. Fun.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, inventor of the world's most comfortable pillow, My Pillow. We all have the same problem sleeping at night. Our pillows go flat. We end up folding our pillows over for support, using our arms, flip-flopping all night long like a guppy. We wake up in the morning, we have sore necks, we have headaches, our arms are asleep, we feel like we need a nap in the afternoon even though we've slept 8 hours. Well, with my patented fill, wherever you move this pillow, it'll hold the exact position for you as an individual, and you'll get the best night's sleep of your life. It stays cool, you don't have to flip it to the cool side. It stays healthy for a full 10 years, and it's warranted not to go flat. And you can throw it right in the washer and dryer just like your favorite blue jeans, and I personally guarantee it's going to be the most comfortable pillow you'll ever own.
Call or visit mypillow.com today.
And tell them For the People Show sent you. Back on your radio, it's For the People. Hey, Mr. and Mrs. America. Keith Allen on a Tuesday. Glad you joined us. Donald Trump calls Liddle Bob Corker a fool over the New York Times interview. And this is, ladies and gentlemen, the establishment, if I ever heard it. But finally, a breaking news story last night from the New York Times, an interview that probably nobody really wanted to hear. Or did they? I think this was a great wake-up call for Donald Trump and also Breitbart News as well. But Sean Hannity broke this. This is the phone call. The Bob Corker, you got to hear this in the New York Times and how he really feels about Donald Trump. You're not going to believe it.
I don't wish him harm.
Right.
I don't. I just, just the volatility is, to anyone who has been around, is to a degree alarming, but again, I don't wish him harm. He's got